Like, this is literally... Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, it's an exciting one. Hello. So I'm actually very happy that you guys are liking yesterday's video. So if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. But today we're going to be talking about the whole Dasiy Marquez palette with BH Cosmetics. Hello, crazy, I know. I'm going to be showing you guys this tutorial right here, and towards the end of the video I'm also going to give you guys my feedback. I'll let you guys know if I think this palette is worth it or not, let you guys know if it's worth your money, letting you guys know the tea and all of that good stuff that you guys love. Nobody is talking about, what nobody is telling you. I'm gonna let you guys know if this is worth your money or not. But before we get started into the video, I just want to give a shout out to a couple of you guys that recently commented on my last video, which was the drugstore beauty and skincare products you need in your life. If you haven't watched that video, you need to go watch it after this. But if you guys want to get a shout out in my next video, don't forget to comment down below. Just leave any type of comment, hashtag notification gang. But huge shout out to Ashley, Selena Gomez. You look like Jenny 69 and Yvette So. You are so pretty. Subscribed. Thank you, girl, for subscribing. You look like Jenny 69 is probably the most commented comment on my videos. Gina Loves to Craft says, Happy Woman International Day to you, beautiful. Likewise, baby girl. I see you. Anna says, yes, I love these type of videos. Can't wait for the Dasiy palette review, which here it is, baby girl, just for you. I got you. Shout out to Ana Karen también. She left a comment in Spanish. Bernales Rosa was actually the first comment, so shout out to you, baby girl. Because of you guys commenting down below, my videos get to like spread around the whole YouTube world. So comment down below, hashtag notification gang if you want to get a shout out in my next video. But yeah, guys, with that being said, if you like my reviews, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Also, if you like my drugstore videos, don't forget to check them out. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a couple in the description box so you guys can check those out. And yeah, with that being said, if you want to know my thoughts on the whole Dasiy Marquez palette, or if you just want to see how to recreate this mint chocolate chip madness that is on my eyes, then let's go ahead and get started. So I already went ahead and did my foundation and my concealer. That is it that I have on my skin. I don't have anything else. I don't have bronzer. I don't have a contour, blush, nothing. First we're going to do the eyes, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then at the end of the video I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the palette. So right now we're just going to focus on the eyeshadow itself. This is the look that I came out with, something very mint. It reminds me of like a mint chocolate chip, you know? So this is it right here. Alright guys, so we're just going to jump into it. We're going to do the eye tutorial, and then I'll let you guys know my thoughts on the whole palette. So first things first, I'm going to start off with a transition shade, and I'm just going to jump into the teal blue color. I'm taking this on a Morphe R37, and I'm going to pick up the shade Dasiy, which is the mint green shade from the palette. So for this, I'm actually going to begin by packing it, and then I'm going to go in and blend it, but this is basically going to be like our transition shade. I'm actually going to put this all over the lid, and then I'm going to go in and blend it, windshield wiper motions back and forth. Once you blend it, you kind of lose the pigment. Well, you don't lose it, but it just goes on very sheer. So just going to go ahead and blow this out. And before I move on, I'm actually going to apply some powder underneath, translucent powder, just because I did get fallout on this eye, so I really want to... So I'm now taking a Morphe M433, and I'm actually going to pick up the shade Cocoa, which is dark brown. And I'm going to begin by placing this on the outer V of the eye, just concentrating the majority of the product on the outer portion of the eye. First I'm going to begin by packing, and then I'm going to go in and blend. Same thing as the first shadow. Pack it and then blend it. Just wiping my brush, just because I don't want any product on the actual brush. Now I'm going to go in and blend it in small circular motions, and I'm only blending the outer corner. With whatever is left, there's actually pretty much nothing on the brush. I'm just going to go ahead and blow it out a little bit more. What I'm doing is I'm taking more of that brown shade, and I'm going to intensify the outer V a little bit more. Just taking a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend the edges. With this look, you have to be very precise because it can look messy if you don't know how to work with the dark shadow. So I'm taking some of that Tiffany blue shadow and I'm just going to pop it right here. Just going to use that shade to help me blend the brown. I'm going to pick up a AOA Studio E142, which is a pointy brush. You could do it with any like pencil brush. And I'm going to pick up the shade Matter, which is the black shade from the palette. And same thing, I'm going to begin by packing it on the outer V, and then I'm going to go in and blend it out. Now taking the M433, I'm just going to blend that black shadow into the brown. I'm pretty sure you guys are able to tell that I'm doing very, very small circular motions. Just like wiggling my brush in there. I'm not really doing anything because I just want to blend it on the outer V of the eye. I don't want to bring it into my inner corner. Now taking my blending brush, I'm going to take some of that Tiffany blue shadow and I'm going to pop it on the lid just because I feel like I lost that shadow already. So I'm just popping some on there. Now with any brush, I'm just taking the shade Naked, which is the first shade from the palette. It's just like a peachy kind of shade. I'm just going to pop this on the brow bone. I'm just using this to kind of like clean up in case I got some black or brown up there, which I'm just taking the blending brush that we started off and I'm just going to blend the edges of everything just so that everything looks seamlessly and there's no like harshness going around. Basically just did that step like a million times. Basically like a process of packing and blending, so just be patient. Like I kind of got it to where I wanted it to be, so now I'm going to move on to the lid color. I'm going to take an AOA Studio M143 brush and I'm going to pick up the shade Cha-Ching, which is the brown shimmer from the palette. And I'm going to place this shadow right here in between where the teal color and the black meet. Now I'm going to pick up a different flat shader brush and I'm going to pick up some of the shade Dream, which is the Tiffany blue shimmer. And I'm also going to pick up some of the shade Icy and I'm going to mix it in. And I'm also going to pick up some of the shade Angelic, which is another shimmer, but that one's like silver. So first I'm going to start off with this one. I'm actually going to place this all over the lid and in my inner corner as well. Notice how I'm not cutting the crease with like a concealer or like a white base or anything like that. And the shadows are actually performing pretty badass. So shout out to those. Now I'm just picking up some of the Dream shimmer and I'm going to place it on my inner part of the inner part of the eye. Let's pick up the white shimmery shadow, which is in the shade Icy. I'm just picking that up and I'm going to pack it right on top of that Dream shadow. That's just going to help alter the color and it's going to make it into this like, I don't know, like Tiffany blue shade, because I feel like the shimmer on its own, it just wasn't giving me that shade. It was giving it to me a little bit darker. Why can't I talk today? I don't know. My finger and I'm just going to press it in. Honestly, you guys, if you guys do not have acrylic nails, I recommend you go in with your finger. Your finger is just going to give you the best application ever. I don't know if you guys are able to notice, but it's just making it pop and it's making me, why can't I talk today? And it's just making it look more vibrant and popped. Whereas with the brush, it just wasn't the same. I'm pretty sure you guys are able to notice. And I feel like it's because with the warmth of your fingers, the shadow's just able to like pop better. Now, in case we did get some shimmer over here towards like the chocolate area of the look, I'm just going to pass my brush one more time. Now I'm just going to go ahead and remove the powder with a clean blending brush. Where is it at? I just had it. Here it is. I'm going to remove it with the F14 by AOA Studio. And I did get fallout, so The powder just helps because I already did my base. And I didn't want to put tape because I didn't want that like straight line. I wanted it a little bit more oval-like, so that's why. I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to pick up some of the shade Cocoa and I'm going to mix in some of Matter. Just in case you lost a little bit of the darkness going on, and I'm just going to pack it right on top. Blending brush, I'm just going to go in and blend it ever so lightly, almost like barely touching my skin. I'm going to pick up a pencil brush. I'm going to spritz it with some Fix Plus setting spray, whatever you have. And I'm actually going to go into the Secret Garden little Wet n Wild quad here, and I'm going to pick up this shade. This is like an intense gold shade. I'm just going to pick that up and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. Now I'm going to take a small blending brush. This is the 321 by Morphe. And I'm going to pick up the shade Daisy, which is the shade we've been using. It's the Tiffany blue shadow. And I'm just going to look up into my mirror and I'm just going to mesh the shadow all over my lower lash line. I'm going to pick up the AOA Studio E144, which is like an angled kind of brush. And I'm going to pick up the shade Cocoa, which is the brown shade from the palette. And I'm going to stamp this very close to my waterline. I'm only going to bring this all the way to the middle of my eye. I'm not going to go past it. I'm not going to put this all the way to my inner corner. I'm going to stop right there. Now I'm going to take the LA Girl Ultimate Eye Pencil in the shade Brown. Is it brown? Yeah, I think it's brown. And I'm going to pop on this brown liner. The liner, I did bring it all the way to my inner corner. Where's the cap? I have to like put the caps right away because if not, then I get like an eye infection and it gets messy. Now I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to take the same brush that I was using and I'm going to pick up some of the black shade. I'm actually going to mix up some of the brown one and I'm going to stamp it again real close to my waterline. Taking the M321 brush that we used to blend everything out, I'm just going to go in and blend my lower lash line real quick. Now I'm just taking some Tiffany blue shade with a regular blending brush and I'm going to start meshing this all over my lower lash line. I really want to make this super blown out, so that's why I'm using this blending brush, which is a little bit bigger. Now for the inner part of the eye, I'm going to pick up, where is it at? I just had it. I'm going to pick up a flat definer brush and I'm going to spritz it. I'm actually going to pick up the shade Dream and I'm going to mix it in with the shade Icing to get that like perfect teal color that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to take some, mix it in. Voila! I'm going to pop this in the inner corner of my eye. Like on my lower lash line, but very close to my lash line. I'm going to put this in the inner half. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take the Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. I'm going to pop some on my top and bottom lashes. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite pair of lashes. You guys already know if you guys saw my favorites video that went up, yesterday. These are the J Lash lashes in Serena, or Sereni, whatever. I get mine off of Amazon. I know they do have a website. I just have 2-day shipping, so I just use the 2-day shipping that I have. Once my lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and pop on some mascara once again to help blend my natural ones with these fake ones. To let that lash glue dry and then we're going to be like good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bronze my skin, put on a lip color, finish the rest of my beats, and then I'll come back and give you guys my final thoughts on this. Let you guys know if I think it's worth it or not, and just give you guys overall tea. You know what I mean? Give you guys the full tea, nice and hot. So I'll catch you guys in a second. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished the rest of my face makeup. This right here reminds me of Dasiy Marquez. I feel like the teal blue, the dark, it's just very sexy, very sultry. Something very different. It's giving me mint chocolate chip vibes, as I said it in the beginning. So back to the palette, I'm going to be very honest with you guys, as I always am. I feel like I should just let you guys know like the tea, like the actual tea. Is this product worth it? Is it not worth it? The pros, the cons, just everything. Always, you guys, please keep in mind that if a product does not work out for me, it does not mean that it's not going to work out for you. It's the beauty of makeup. Vice versa, what might work out for you might not work out for me. It's makeup, you know, it's not that serious, but I'm going to be very honest with you guys. So first of all, the palette came in this box, which I like. I actually really like it. It came with this photo of her, like a little pamphlet kind of thing. I love that eye look. Like, she is so pretty. Like, she is so snatched. Her cheekbones are snatched. Her eye looks are always popping. Like, she's just snatched. You know, like her middle name's Snatched. Anyways, it has a little letter for, you know, her followers or whatever, all of us, because I follow her. And then this eye look right here that I am digging. Like, I really want to recreate that. I don't think I have a level to do that because that looks intense. But anyways, it also came in this bag, you guys, which I am obsessed. I don't know if this was like her idea, BH's idea. I don't know if this was a mistake or what. Let me know if your bag came in this bag. Your bag? No. What? Let me know if your palette came in this bag, because I was shook when I saw this. This is basically like a reusable bag. Let me open it. It has like a zipper which you can open. And you can basically like put in makeup, store makeup to go and whatever. Like, if you're a broke bitch like myself and you don't have like a makeup bag or whatever, you can just use this to travel, which I don't even travel, but you know what I mean. You can just reuse this bag and it's really easy to clean. So huge shout out to BH and to Dasiy for giving me this. I just received the palette today, like a couple hours ago, and I wanted to get this up for you guys today. So as far as the actual palette itself, I love it. I think it's genius. The packaging, I love it. It has a mirror. It does not have a brush, but come on, you guys. Like, we all have brushes. You know what I mean? I love... Why is that like... Siempre se me está cayendo. Okay, so I love the idea of having like a small little vanity. I think this idea is genius. Honestly, you guys, I feel like the whole packaging situation is a plus. It's literally like a 10 plus. Maybe a lot of people don't care about the packaging. I'm one of those people that I don't mind the packaging. Like, if it's horrible, I don't mind. But then again, if it's like an 8 plus, 10 plus, I'm going to address it, because hello. It's genius. It's lovely. I think it's so pretty. It's very her, you know what I mean? I've been following her for years and years. I feel like when she started YouTube, and I can definitely say that this palette is her. Like, I feel like I'm carrying a piece of her, if that makes sense. I think it's so genuine. It's so innovative. Like, the packaging is so crazy, and it's just crazy to me. I've never seen anything like it, and especially for such an affordable price. You get 10 matte shadows, and you also do get 10 shimmery shadows. I feel like this is definitely a palette that everybody can take advantage, whether you are a beginner in makeup or whether you are like super advanced. And let's just say that the shadows are pretty high quality. I mean, hello, you guys are seeing them on my eyes. For the shimmery shadows, I always spritz my brush with some type of setting spray. In this case, I did use the Morphe one, so that's why they maybe look a little bit more intense, but you guys saw throughout the video, with or without setting spray, they worked perfectly fine. I just recommend, in my opinion, that if you do not have acrylic nails, just use your fingers to apply the shimmery shadows. They're going to apply just so much better. You see when people do swatches, how they perform because they're doing it with their fingers. Like, they literally perform badass. I do not do swatches here on my channel because I feel like swatches can either perform like shit, and the shadows can perform badass, and vice versa. The swatches can look beautifully on someone's arm, but the shadows can perform really bad. So I actually like to test them on my eyes. Something that I will say is that this palette has a ton of fallout. At least all of the shades that I use have a lot of fallout. Then again, fallout is something that I honestly do not mind if the shadows are workable, if I'm able to work with them and they're easy to blend, which in this palette, that's the case. They're actually very easy to blend, and they're also very pigmented, which my technique is to pack them and then go in and blend. And it's just basically a repeated process of packing and blending. And I don't know if you guys are able to tell in her tutorials as well, she also packs and then blends. I am nowhere near good at doing makeup as she is, but I feel like that's a technique that if you want to get the most pigment out of a shadow, you want to go in and pack it and then go in and blend it and just keep repeating the process. But honestly, 10 plus. Congratulations to Dasiy for coming out with a bomb ass palette. I was literally like waiting. I was like, girl, it's time already. What you doing? But anyways, guys, huge shout out to BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics is also one of my all-time favorite brands. You guys know that ever since I started YouTube a couple years ago, I always talk about their brushes. I have over 4 years with their brush set, this one in particular, and the brushes are by far the best quality. Like, I can literally sit here and tell you guys that this brush set has lasted me more than any Morphe brush that I owned, any other brush, any brand ever. BH Cosmetics has one of the highest quality brushes in my opinion. They don't shed. It's very minimal shedding if they do shed, but like I said, I have more than 4 years with this brush set, and you guys have seen these brushes go crazy here on my channel. If there's any type of like brush brand that I were to recommend, it's definitely BH Cosmetics. And once again, they do not disappoint. Their eyeshadows at such an affordable price and quality, you guys. This is quality. Quality. I want you guys to get that shit right. Quality. Anyways, guys, that was my review on the whole Dasiy Marquez x BH Cosmetics palette. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're going to pick it up. Let me know if you already have it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you want to see more tutorials using the palette. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave a couple of videos on the screen in case you missed my recent tutorials using olive drugstore makeup, or if you also missed my Save Your Coins video. I'm going to go ahead and leave them somewhere right here so you guys can check them out. And yeah, with that said, I will catch you guys very soon in my next one. Bye, guys.